Hey guys, beautiful day. The 4th of January, or sorry, February, holy shit. I'm getting crazy. 4th of February, 12 p.m. Wednesday. Very fucking good day. I think I had journals before, but I didn't really talk about much. Yeah, I didn't really have journals at the end of the day. What I will say is I'm very proud of myself because overall, the big battle of this week has been way more of a success than last week. It still started off slower than I wanted it to be, but my expectations are kind of out of whack, so I'm being patient. Yeah, this week's been good. We had a good weekend, good show. That was great. That put us in the right headspace. I've been watching a lot of trading content because trading looks really fun. And I feel like I'm getting the beginner's optimism of like, I'm craving that shit, by the way. I'm craving the beginner's optimism of like, you're learning all this new stuff and you feel like you know everything when you learn something new, you know? And I think that's actually it has been unproductive, but like, it's also been a refreshment. And it's been more of a refreshing rest than just like consuming content and doing what I've been doing. So yeah, I have not met Owen yet in Florida, which is annoying. He doesn't have a car. His friend's a little bit weird, so I don't know. Who knows what will happen? Who knows what will happen between me and Owen? But I do think once I make more money and I got a better physique, he'll respect me more. But at the same time, I won't really need him as much. Unfortunately, our friendship's been super long, but we're growing up, bro. I'm fucking 20 now. He's getting older. He's gonna turn 20 in like... Dude, he's gonna turn 20 in like 1.5 months now. So, fuck. My God, was that a bee? I hate those fucking loud-ass bugs. But, we're kind of just like... Oh, my shirt's red. No fucking wonder, bro. Look like a flower. But, yeah, we're getting more convicted in what we want in life. And so, like, the differences are separating us more. But it doesn't matter. These are just things that have been happening over the past week or so that I want to update you guys on. But look, Monday and Tuesday, we made at least one brand video a day. So if I had to categorize my work in terms of importance, look, I make most of my money off of retainers right now. So the videos I make for the brands the videos I make for the brands that I work with from CC, Creators Corner, they are obviously the top priority. Like, if I don't do that work for that day, day feels like shit. If I do the work for the day, even if I don't do anything else, which is like technically shit, I still feel like, okay, I did the work I needed to do for the day, you know? It's like the same thing as it was cold calling for the day when I was doing my agency. If I did cold calling for that day, we're fucking good, you know? If I did not do cold calling for that day felt like a failure, you know? So I've done that Monday and Tuesday, which is really good. We did not have an off day on Monday, which is good. It wasn't a fantastic day, but yeah, and that's basically what happened Monday, Tuesday. I had a pretty bad day those 2 days, but at the very least, I got my videos done. And I just watched a bunch of trading content, just kind of relaxing. And also, I don't know. We done a lot of stuff, but like I don't really remember other than making the videos. So yeah, and another thing that's been happening this week, which is awesome, I've been tracking calories. I've tracked calories yesterday, and oh well behold, I fucking lost a bunch of weight in like one day. Lost like 2 pounds or some shit. So now I'm 213. I actually got lunch cooking up in the air fryer right now. Tracking calories today. It's really good. Today's been my best day so far. Today's been an awesome fucking day. Literally, I'm looking at my big ass checklist, and everything I've been procrastinating for the week has been pretty much almost done. And it's only 12. So really fucking good start. I did not indulge in tons of dopamine today. I had to scroll to warm up an account, but when it comes to like scrolling automatically and just like doing dumb shit, like touching myself, I've not done that this morning. I've done it a bunch Monday and Tuesday though, like normal. Not good though. But okay, that was my Monday and Tuesday. Something I did yesterday on Tuesday that I started to do is actually lifting weights. And I realized, because I want to touch on this a little bit, because this is pretty interesting, I think. This is actually pretty interesting. Is that for the past couple months or so, ever since I canceled my Planet Fitness membership, which is like, ever since I lost a car, which, I don't know, it has been like a few months now at this point, is essentially, yeah, it's been a long time since I went to Planet Fitness. So basically what happened is I realized that to change my physique, all I got to do is change my eating habits. And even if going to the gym is very beneficial for me, I sacrificed it because I realized that working out hard every single day was making it a lot easier to overeat. It would make me hungrier. And also mentally, it would give me a very good excuse to eat more food. But I realized that, I started to realize this when I I go to the gym, I'm lifting heavier, I'm like becoming more fit, like I'm becoming more athletic and more capable physically, but I still look fucking fat as shit. And I'm like, I started to feel like despair, like why am I going to the gym every day if I just continue looking fat? Which is the only reason I'm going to the fucking gym, to like stop being fat, right? And I realized this, and then so my decision was to only like do the bare minimum activity wise and just focus on my eating. And I've been doing that past couple months, and it has not been working because I'm still fat. I'm still at the same fucking weight, and I've not changed my eating habits. And so recently, like this past week, I realized this thing right here. It's a very delicate balance. I'm starting to lift weights, and I'm going to explain why. It's because I was true about my previous hypothesis, which is like I was lifting a shit ton of weights, and I was giving myself an excuse to eat a lot, and it would make me hungrier. So I would lift weights a shit ton, but I would overeat, and that's why I was fat. I was correct about that. What I was not correct about was the phase after that when I cut it out, which is that it would be a lot easier. It's just not true. And it's all mental, by the way. It's not physical, it's mental. Because it is true, it is very true, that if you don't lift weights for the day, if you don't lift weights and you don't do hard workouts every single day, you're not going to be too hungry. In fact, I've actually realized this, like right now, live paradigm shift right now, on why my appetite has been decreasing. I've still been overeating, to be honest with you, but like, I'm pretty sensitive to overeating, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my body's not very promising, but I still gotta just eat at a deficit and I'll be fine. But my point here is that my appetite's actually gotten a lot better. I have not been splurging nearly as much. I haven't been doing any of that shit. But I've been, burning less calories, so I'm still, like, gaining weight. Or, like, not gaining weight, just, like, maintaining the fatness I was before. But a lot of it's mental. Where do I tie this back? But yeah, I've seen a decrease in appetite. I'm still, like, maintaining weight. I'm not losing weight. And so I'm like, why is this happening? And I realized that a lot of it's mental. In my mental, I mean, just like dopamine and motivation and drive and self-image and all that shit. I realized, like this morning, that you don't have to kill yourself in the morning with the workout. But even lifting, like even doing like 3 sets of like bench press, which are like 3 sets of bench press that isn't like max, like your fucking max, like 3 sets of bench press like that with dumbbells. I'm using basically dumbbells. I'm doing a weight that I could do for 10 reps, and by the 10th rep, I'm like pretty like exhausted, right? So I'm not killing myself, but I'm lifting weights. And I just felt like I can conquer the fucking day, honestly. And I don't know if this is because like I've just like started again, but I'm like pretty fucking positive that